It is a great satisfaction to greet you again. I hope you and your pet are well. Today we will talk about the following: nausea in dogs, symptoms, causes, and what to do. Let's talk about the symptoms of nausea in dogs first. Every dog can react a little differently to an upset stomach, and over time, you'll learn what signs are common for your dog. Since dogs tend to get into things they shouldn't, nausea is a fairly common occurrence. Here are some symptoms to watch out for: concern, panting, eye drool, shake and tremble, repeated swallowing or swallowing air, lick lips, nausea, vomiting, signs of stress or nervousness, vocalization. Nausea is the sick feeling in your stomach that occurs before you vomit anything. Sometimes a dog is nauseated and then vomits, but other times, the nausea may go away without vomiting. 1. What to do if your dog has signs of nausea. If your dog appears to be gagging, pick up his food immediately. Most dogs will not attempt to eat when they have an upset stomach, but some will continue to gobble up their food and treats, which can cause further upset stomachs. Drinking too much water can also make your dog feel worse, so even if you want him to stay hydrated, it's best for him to consume small amounts of water frequently. Just put a small amount of water in the container at a time and keep filling it. If your dog won't chew ice cubes, you can give him a few to help him hydrate without overloading his stomach with water. If your pet seems nauseated and uncomfortable but has no other symptoms, it's usually safe to monitor the situation and see if it resolves. If your dog seems more comfortable in a few hours and hasn't vomited, the problem has probably resolved itself. However, if the symptoms worsen or your dog begins to vomit, he may need to see a vet. 2. If your dog ends up vomiting, he checks the vomit. This can give you some clues as to why your dog was nauseated in the first place. It can also help you decide what the next steps should be. For example, if you find some milk chocolate candy wrappers in the vomit, you'll know exactly what he got himself into. If you find green material, it could be rat poison, which is potentially fatal. If your dog is very distressed, has repeated and severe vomiting, retching without taking anything out, or vomits any amount of blood, take him to an emergency room for evaluation. Not only could there be something serious, but repeated vomiting can quickly lead to dehydration. 3. What causes nausea in dogs? Nausea is common in dogs. There are many reasons why dogs may be nauseated. Some are minor and will likely resolve on their own, and others that can be serious and even life-threatening. Because of this, a rule of thumb to follow is this: if you're worried and it seems like something isn't right, it probably isn't. Other reasons for nausea in dogs include intestinal parasites, viral infections, including parvovirus, bloating, foreign bodies, drug reactions, constipation, pancreatitis, organ failure, especially kidney or liver, heatstroke, inflammatory bowel disease, toxins, uterine infections, ulcers, food sensitivities, bacterial infections, and stress. 4. Anti-nausea treatment for dogs. If your dog seems nauseous and has not started to vomit, the best home therapy is to simply pick up his food and water bowls and provide small amounts of water frequently. Do not allow your dog to graze on the grass in the garden or chew on rawhides or other similar chew toys. Instead, provide a calm and quiet place for your dog to lie down and de-stress. In many cases requiring a visit to the vet, anti-nausea medication will be prescribed. Metronidazole can be a particularly useful medication because it is antibacterial, antiparasitic, and anti-inflammatory. Other medications may also be prescribed, depending on your dog's situation. 5. How to prevent nausea in dogs. The most effective way to prevent nausea in dogs is to know your dog and to anticipate the things that may cause nausea. For example, if your dog has a weakness for cheese and you are about to have a cheeseburger barbecue, it might be best for your dog to stay in the house until you have consumed all of the food. And of course, there are some dogs that pick up everything from the street. If this has become a real problem for your dog, wearing a basket muzzle, which still allows him to pant, drink, and eat kibble, may be the ideal solution. There are times when things slip through the cracks and your dog ingests something he shouldn't, or prescription drugs upset his stomach. Fortunately, these problems can usually be easily addressed with the help of your vet. It is a pleasure to inform you and help you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you should do it now. Take care of yourself and your furry friend. A hug, and until the next video.